The Wright brothers started in a garage. Amazon started in a garage. Hewlett-Packard and Disney both started in garages. Mattel started in a garage. The Ramones started in a garage. My point? You never know what kind of greatness can come out of an American garage.
So here we are, LIVE98, Access Television. It is a snow day, and you are in for a treat. Since it is a snow day and school has been canceled, I have decided to come in by myself, create the LIVE98 show. It is live right now. It is not broadcasting on Ustream. It's on channel 98 in Exeter. I'm watching it right there right now. You're looking at a camera that's looking into the control booth. Normally we start with me on the couch. We have a virtual set of me in a garage, sitting on the couch, lying on the couch, and then I start talking to you about public access television, what we do here in Exeter, how we're here at the high school TV studio where we share it with the Exeter Cooperative School District, Channel 13, and the Town of Exeter, Channel 98. And I figured, hey, so what if it's a snow day? I would still like to come in, do the show. This is the 12th episode. I've gotten so used to doing it, it's become a habit. Doug has a quote about habit, and I can't remember it now, but I will bring it to you in episode 13. All I know is something starts with something, and then it ends with habit. So I've gotten into the habit of doing this. I enjoy doing it, and I will still show you some video clips. I will pretty much show you the studio, show you how we do, what we do here. Right now you're looking at a long shot of me off in the corner in front of two video monitors. I'm going to bring you a close shot of that right now. There we go. So I have set up our portable camera here in front of the area where Doug usually sits. This unit that we're working with here is called the TriCaster, and we look at a screen. It's actually a Windows-based program running on Windows XP. Underneath this is just the Windows operating system, so this is a program that's been created to run on the Windows operating system. It's a video processing TV studio program, and we got one. It's an educational studio version. So, what you're looking at here, let me see. Where should I begin? I'll just keep going. How we create the show, what we do. You're looking at a live show. So right now, we have the option. We have another computer down the way there, which allows us to either record what we're doing and save it and broadcast it at a later date, or we have the option to go live, which means whatever we're doing here instantly goes down to Comcast. There's a delay of a second or two, and that's why in the beginning I had to get up to mute the television, because I was hearing myself in a 2-second delay and I was having a hard time concentrating. So I shut that off, got back to realizing that I'm actually doing something live here. People are watching, maybe they aren't. There are a lot of people at home today. Maybe they'll be surfing the web and all of a sudden on 98 they'll say, wow, what's this unusual looking thing? It is Access TV 98. It is Exeter's public access channel where you are welcome to come, get involved, borrow equipment, come into the studio, record a show at home, bring it on a CD or a DVD or a thumb drive, ask us if we'd play it on channel 98. It is the public access channel, which means it's open for anything legal to be put on television that the Exeter community creates. And this show is created to inform, educate, entertain. We inform you about what's going on in the community, and at the end of the show I will show you some of the events coming up this weekend and tonight. Educate by showing you how it's done, what we do. If you have any interest, if you like what you see, give us a call. I'm unable to put on the screen right now all the information about the phone numbers, but I can tell you it is 583-5398. That's in New Hampshire, 603-583-5398. We upload these shows to YouTube, and so they can be watched at any time, because most people aren't at home watching TV at noontime on Channel 98 in Exeter, but we do want to get the information out. So back to this screen, what you're looking at here, and I will actually get up and transfer this camera to look at the bigger screen to walk you through what I'm doing on the screen. And there will also be a wonderful effect later on this screen, which I discovered and I found to be quite a bit of fun. But right now, I just want to give you a close-up as much as possible of the screen we work with and try to walk you through it to give you a little bit of an idea of what goes on here during a program. Whether recorded or live, doesn't make a difference. The only difference is when it's recorded, if we make a mistake, we can stop, start over. Because I'm live right now, I just keep going. And there is a little bit of an adrenaline there to keep pushing me forward, saying, you can't stop. So anyway, what are we looking at here? You're looking at the left in the top left here. 4 screens. Yes, that's obvious. To the right in the center is one called a preview screen. That is what is upcoming next, which right now it's black, and it doesn't matter because I'm not transferring it to the live screen. Over on the far right is the live screen, live output. What you're looking at there is what we're actually broadcasting. Down here in the middle on the left are the keys. We have 4 cameras. We have what's called a DDR, where we load clips. Down here in the center lower area, DDR2. We have the clips loaded of the movie we showed you in the very beginning. We have a clip of the garage shelves, which I will show you. So you see that in the top right in the center. You also see it here in the center. Now if I take the preview screen over here on the keys and to make the DDR2 live, I can either click on it, if you're following me, here, and now you see the garage live. It is on a blue backdrop, and usually we have the couch in there. I need to learn how to superimpose the couch over the garage. We have a handle here for going back and forth. Right now, DDR2, or the garage shelves, is both in live and preview. So you go to preview and you pick which image you want to prepare to show next. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the big screen. Here's the one. So if I go back to, losing track where I am. Okay, here we are with the big monitor. This is what Doug is looking at usually. He's looking at another screen to his left, which if I go over, okay, there's the long shot. There's the studio. There is the corner desk area where I usually move to. And right now I can't show you I can get up and move the camera and show you, but let's just go with this. So as you can see, it is fairly complicated trying to keep track of what's going on here. You're looking at that screen. I was going to basically show you this little handle here. I can either hit this that says auto, and it automatically does a transition between the preview screen and the live output screen. You can also take the handle, pull it down slowly with your cursor, as slow or as fast as you want, and go from one image to the other. Basically, we're working between live screen and preview screen. So when you're watching television at home, there are camera people all over the place. For instance, in a football stadium, and they often have one cameraman showing a picture of another camera person, and that person is picking out images either on the field or in the stadium, and then there's a producer or a director, not sure which term is correct, excuse me, and that person is looking at an entire bank of screens, and they choose which image you're going to look at when. So they're constantly switching between live, preview, bringing it in, bringing it out. So there's camera 2, the long shot. Bring up camera 1 in the preview. There's camera 2, camera 3, bring that up. And then camera 4, bring that up. And then I also have the computer set for telling you about the Fat Bike Winter Series tonight at Stratham Hill Park at 6:30. I have a feeling they'll still be racing. I'm not sure, but it would be interesting to go up there tonight. This is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. Hint, hint. And you can register at 5:15, and they race at 6:30 tonight at Stratham Hill Park, February 13th. And once again, they may be the type that is going to race even in the snow. So back to where are we here? We have, yes, live camera 2, live camera 3, live camera 4 I have set on the screen that I am looking at. And I'm going to move up to the camera now and do some close-ups on what we're looking at here. So for instance, in the very beginning, like there's a good shot of looking at me from behind, standing in front of the camera, pointing the other camera up at the screen that I am now going to show you over here. Actually, I was on that screen the whole time. So once again, you have the keyboard here for live and preview. You press the button of the one you want to bring in preview. Then when you're ready to go, you either just press it in live, excuse me once again, or you press the handle, bring the handle down that says, well, you either press auto or you bring the handle down, and it switches the image from the preview screen there that you have in preview or to there, the screen you have in live output. So down here, you have an area where you load in what they call DDR2, the clips that you're going to use during this episode. Excuse me while I make my tripod more easy to and flexible to move up and down. Anyhow, so we open the show with this clip called LIVE98, open credits. That is the one of the garage, saying how many great things started in a garage. Then we bring you into our garage to imply that, yes, what we're doing here is a great thing too, just like Amazon, Microsoft, the whatever that band was. Okay, so then below there's a JPEG of garage shelves. That's brought up with an image of the couch in front of it. I'm going to show you a video clip of the Fat Bike race from a few weeks ago. That will be going on tonight. And why don't I cut to that now? Excuse me again. So that screen is that screen. It's just a large teaching monitor just so other people can see what we're doing. I'm now going to go down and double click on the Fat Bike race, and then it's in DDR2. I'm then going to press that button that says DDR2 there in the center under live, and it will come up live in the screen on the right. So once again, here we go. Fat bike race, video taken from a few weeks ago. They are there every Thursday until March 2nd when they have their final race. So I will double click that, hit DDR2. If all is going well,
It's amazing the industrial strength of those headlights.
you are hearing. You are seeing the fat bike race. Now I am able to listen to myself as this is playing. Like I said, it's a delay. It doesn't sound very loud on my TV. I don't know how loud it is on your TV. I can play with the audio here. It sounds like there's a bit of an echo, and I'm not sure how to remove it. So I apologize if you're listening to an echo through this whole thing. So once again, Fat Bike, you can rent bikes there. You can go there tonight if you're really adventurous. Just to even see if they're there. They do have a website. I can check the website to check for their contact information if you want to call ahead. This is at Stratham Hill Park every Thursday through March 2nd. And it's not competitive to the point where you can't just rent a bike and try the course on your own without feeling like you have to race through. There's one person doing a lap on the others. I better get ready here because this is going to be over. And I have to figure out what to bring up next and how to do it. So let's just bring that down. That is the lever I showed you before, and it didn't stay there. There we go. No, that's not it either. Let's try it again. So for some reason I had to click on the button number 2 to bring it up. So what else do we have going on here? I'm going to get back up. I'm going to show you the close-up. I believe that's the correct camera. So I can tell what's going live. So no, that wasn't the camera I wanted. What I've done is I brought up the camera that's showing me in front of the camera, and I wanted to bring up the camera that is showing, well, I'm confused, but I will figure it out. Camera 3, camera 4, there we go. So that's why it takes multiple people here. Imagine this, here we are doing a live show, one person, 4 cameras, 1 control area with 2 monitors, 3 monitors, a computer out in the other room, a live mic, but hey, so over here, yes. Now we are in the sound area. So as I talk, you can see the levels change. And usually Brian's here doing the sound, and he can adjust the levels, and that's why if this is all echoing and this really isn't sounding that great out there, I apologize. Brian would fix it, make it sound well. The levels look fairly good in terms of I'm not being too loud. Anyhow, if you're into tech, we have a TV studio here in Exeter High School for the use of both high school students, Town of Exeter residents, Town of Exeter employees. There's a whole there's a document on the Town of Exeter website that explains all the people that can use it, what the policies and procedures are for using it. And I had this great effect. I really wanted to show you this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to duplicate it because it's a different image right now, but it was looking down through, yes, like a hall of mirrors. Yes, there it is. Yes. Now, isn't that wonderful? I have created that effect by turning the camera on the monitor of the live output, and it is basically looking down as though you're looking into mirrors, where you're seeing the multiple mirrors, and it's generating this activity on its own. Once again, I find the visual to be very interesting, fascinating, and as I did it before and I looked down there, I thought, is that the white light at the end of the tunnel? Well, right now I got to keep it still, but fascinating. I'm sure if you are channel surfing now and turning to our channel, you're saying and stopping here and saying, wait a minute, what is wrong with my TV? What's going on here? This is Access TV 98, channel 98 in Exeter. It is the Town of Exeter's public access channel. You can email us at LIVE98TEZ@gmail.com. You can call us. We are live right now, Thursday, February 13th. It is 12:30 p.m. almost, 12:25. They're going to close the school at 12:30. Hopefully I'll be able to get out later. You can call 395-2500. I'm right next to that phone right now. If anyone is watching and wants to call me. There's a phone we usually have you call in on, 583-5398. That is the Town of Exeter's public access phone. And I will take you out of this shot now. As you can see, it's interesting, fun, a lot to it. We're here to show you, and I will show you more. No. So there's the area where Brian sits. There's the soundboard. There's his monitor. He is also watching what Doug is doing and showing the difference between the preview and the live screen. In this case, the preview screen and the live screen are both the same. And that is controlled by those keys right there. So you would choose a different preview number. That picture would change. Then when you're ready to switch shots, you hit auto or bring the handle down, and it will move the picture from the center to the right, which is live. So that's where Brian sits. There's our school phone, 395-2500. Call if you want more information. This is Exeter, the Town of Exeter, and the school, Exeter Cooperative Schools Public Access Television Studio. I am in the control room. It is a snow day, February 13th. Right down there, it's a computer network. Both network and monitors. So here we'll have another interesting shot of me looking at what's on TV. So you at home now are looking at me looking at TV. Once again, we get those awesome visuals. If I just let go of the camera, we can see what happens. I know you're saying, okay, but hey. So that's channel 98 on the top. I turned off channel 13 on the bottom. There is the other camera looking at me, so here's looking at you, kid. So one camera looking at the other, I go over here to the preview shot, bring up camera, I think it's camera 2. And yes, that is the camera at the far end looking at me. What I can do is go up to that camera. As you can see, I do enjoy having fun with cameras. So, this camera looking at that camera, I don't think I brought it up. Yes, I think I did. So what would happen, I guess basically you'd just see one camera looking at the other. And right up there, I can watch what's happening. That is the live output. There I am. That's the preview screen, that is the other camera. Anyhow, I think enough of this, huh? So which camera is live? The one looking at me is live. What I was going to do now is leave this one live. This is I can unplug it, take it off AC power. We do have a battery pack that has 170 minutes at this point. Take it off the tripod. Try to carefully make the shot look half decent as I move out of here. I'm moving out of here once again. Another shot of looking out into the TV studio. Computer we edit on, our printer, sound area. This is Access TV channel 98 in Exeter. We are live. It will be mostly seen as a rebroadcast. Those of you who are fortunate enough to watch the live show. Why fortunate? I have no idea. So here we are back in the studio. That's the monitor that the people are looking at when they are doing their show here. We record around SAU 16 with Superintendent Mike Morgan interviewing both alumni. We have an alumni show, or he interviews staff or interesting people in the community. So moving back to the corner, which is where I'm going to situate myself and scroll through and tell you about the information of upcoming events. Normally, Doug would be in the other studio, in the other room, and he would switch this monitor on. Since I'm not going to set this camera down and switch that monitor on, I'm going to use this camera to show you the monitor and tell you about the events and finish up the show here. Fat Bike tonight, Thursday, February 13th, registration 5:15 p.m. The race is at 6:30. Let's scroll through their website a little. I pressed register and maybe something came up. Back to that keyboard shortcut, Control minus, to shrink the screen down. So if you want to, evening series, Thursday evenings to February 20th, right there to February 20th, grand finale, once again, excuse me, been eating too much Ben & Jerry's. Grand finale Sunday, March 2nd, a chance to test your skills in daylight and show friends and family the wacky stuff you were doing on those Thursday nights. So go tonight, see if they're there. I would like to see if there's a phone number you can call to find out if they are there tonight. And in fact, if there was a phone number here, I would call them right now for you. When is the series? Where is the series? No, there is a web address. Contact Arlon, A-R-L-O-N, at lococycling.com to find out if they will be racing tonight. There is a fee for racing. Not sure what it is. Sure, it's here somewhere. I suppose under register. Once again, Thursdays through February 20th. This is February 13th, so there'll be 2 more races before the grand finale on Sunday, March 2nd. Okay, so that is the Fat Bike series tonight, Thursday. This Saturday, February 15th, at the Water Street Books, bear expert Benjamin Killam. I've talked about this a number of times. He's brought orphan bears. He raises them, reintroduces them back into the wild. Once free, the orphan bears still regard him as their mother. One of those bears, now a 17-year-old female, has given him extraordinary access to her daily life, opening a rare window into how she and the wild bears she lives among carry out their daily lives, raise their young, and communicate. That will be at 4 p.m. this Saturday at Water Street Books. Also this Saturday, down the hill, next to Swayze Parkway entrance, is Seacoast Artists Association, and they have a reception. I don't have any information here on the reception. All I know is from 2 to 4 this Saturday, they have a reception with food. I've clicked on it trying to find, let me see. No, they still don't describe it there. So this Saturday, 2 to 4 at the Seacoast Artists Association. They have an opening reception for an artist. And I am now going to end with, and we will do it while I'm holding the camera here, our brainy quote, random brainy quote. This is always fun because we don't know what's going to come up. I'm going to choose the letter F. I will choose E.M. Forster. And we must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Great quote. I could go on with others, but I might end up in bizarre land. Okay, and word of the day, I've added this word of the day, canard, for February 13th. This is a website called wordthink.com. A canard is a false or unfounded rumor or story. On Tuesday, it was hyperbole. Those are exaggerated statements or claims not meant to be taken literally. That's when I told you I eat a ton of ice cream. And it's probably in my whole life I haven't eaten a ton of ice cream. But back to canard. Oh, they have a quote of the day. What do you think? Want to go for it? Even though E.M. Forster had a great one about letting go of the life you planned for the life that's waiting for you, let's have a little more excitement here. A man who has made a mistake and doesn't correct it is making another mistake, says Confucius. I like that. I'm willing to go down another one. Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Find a place inside where there's joy, and the joy will burn out the pain. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Where is it? It's right there. Joseph Campbell. Find a place inside where there's joy, and the joy will burn out the pain. And finally, this is what we are doing today. We are winging it. But we're improvising. We're doing something extemporaneously. I'm doing the best I can in a situation that I am not prepared for, and I'm inventing a way to deal with a situation, won't say I'm not prepared for it, but because of the snow, it is a snow day here. I still wanted to do the show. We are live. I'm going to set the camera down for some unusual shot. I just love that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, that's the ceiling. That's the studio from this angle. That's another studio shot. I'm going to go back to the TriCaster, to the control room, and I am going to possibly play one more clip. We're not necessarily out of time because we're timeless here. We have no commercials. That's one thing I've never mentioned before, but this is commercial free. That's why Channel 98 can be a good place to go, and you don't have to watch those commercials, and you don't have to mute your this and your that. And so there's camera number 1. That's me in the control room. That's who we are, Access TV 98. That is the portable camera in the studio. I came back here to look at the TriCaster and the clips. We have the garage shelves. I showed you that. We played the Fat Bike Race. This is what we will end with, the Millennium Simulator. Thank you for watching. We don't have the quote in blue that we normally have at the end of the show, but I did a lot of quotes on the computer there. And be prepared to give up the life you have planned for the life that's waiting for you. Thank you. Bring that up in DDR2. We're out of here. However, it's not that easy to get rid of me, because I like playing with visuals. So here's a fade of the Cosmos playing, fading into the control booth. And this is all being recorded. So we've created a great special effect here. If you are interested in video, creating television programming, come here to the public access channel in the high school. Call us ahead, 583-5398, and thank you for watching. Of course, we always end with me